Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to Gloria Living Channel. It is a beautiful morning here in Tennessee. It is actually kind of chilly outside, but I woke up early and drove all the way over to where our garden is, which is about 30 minutes away from where we live. But it's the place we can plant a garden in our current life situation. So I got up early to come over here and do garden work that I am super behind on. So this morning we are going to be planting some things for a fall garden. Now, to be honest, I should have done a lot of this earlier, but we're still gonna do it. We're gonna see what we get. We're gonna see what the Lord blesses us with. So this morning we're gonna be planting gourds, planting carrots, planting beets, and trying to get some peas in the ground as well. I forgot my broccoli starts at home. That's one of the bummers of living away from where your garden is. But we're gonna do that this morning. We're gonna take you along and show you how some of these plants are planted and how they'll grow and our setups for those this morning. So let's go check it out. Well, like I said, I am super behind. We have had a super busy month this past month. Lots of family in town, about 3 weeks in a row, lots of things going on, big events going on and things. So I have gotten behind and the garden has been somewhat neglected. We have this awesome woven weed fabric that is put down, but it keeps away the weeds mostly, but things that are really invasive, like nasty grasses, still can pop up through the cracks. So I'm gonna pull all that sort of stuff out, get this kind of reset area. We're gonna plant in some more things. One great thing about the season starting to change is that it is way colder this morning. I went to go do some of this work a couple days ago in the afternoon heat, and I just could not take it, especially because this black tarp I think kind of reflects some of the heat. So anyways, we're gonna get to work. We're gonna bring you along and kind of show you what we're doing, but for now I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup and prep work before we plant our gourds. Okay, so we've gotten a lot of the weeds cleared out. Man, those suckers were big. I let them go way too long, and the longer they go, the stronger they get. So anyways, we're gonna plant our gourds down this aisle of trellises. This is where we had some cucumbers. We had way too many cucumbers. And so that's part of the mess here, is that we got so overrun with them. I just kind of let them go and die off, which was fine. But now we're gonna put our gourds in here, let them trellis up if they desire, and that'll be good. The gourds we are growing are from Johnny's Seeds. They're a daisy gourd. So they're really cute, really cool shapes, all sorts of assorted shapes and sizes, colors. And so, yeah, we're gonna plant these in and we'll see what we get. Because we did this later, we won't get them probably as soon as we would like to, but we haven't really put a ton of effort into trying to grow gourds. So this year we'll give it a shot and we'll see what we get. But these are gonna be gorgeous if we get some. A little bit of a tip that people will give you when planting seeds like this, that are kind of like pumpkins, gourds, any type of squash type, cucumbers, squashes. When the seed looks like that, to put it where the tip is facing, where the tip is facing upward. So there's a rounded side and there's a pointed side. And so you put the pointed side facing up, that's supposed to help them germinate faster. Some people will even cut the very end of the tip, but we're just gonna throw them in there. It'll all be fine. Okay, our daisy gourds are in the ground and ready to go. So hopefully within a little while we will see those germinate and we'll have our gourds start growing. All right, as you can see behind me is a ginormous mess of, once again, weeds. This is where our zucchini was. It did awesome. We still have zucchinis we have to take care of. There have been so many that we got, and we'll plant definitely less next year. But it's always great to experiment, see what you get, see what you need. Anyways, this is wild because it was taken over by monstrously large zucchini plants, and I wasn't really weeding around it. But now we're going to take the rest of the zucchini plants out, all the grass and weeds that are here that need to be pulled out, and we're going to clear it out and plant some of these giant pumpkins. As you can see behind me, that looks way better. There's still some mess on the ground, still some dirt that'll wash away with the rain, but it's way better. So we're gonna plant a few pumpkins down the line here, give them ample space to grow if they do, and we'll see what we get in the time span that we do before it gets too cold out. Okay, so you can see behind me in this ginormous mess, it doesn't even look like there's weed fabric down, but there is a huge spot of lots of invasive grass. I'm not sure, this might be the Bermuda grass. Either way, it's a nasty grass that grows in Tennessee, and it's more like a weed. This was where our corn patch was. We'll have a video coming out soon to show you what we did with all those corn stalks. But this is, it might be out already actually, but this is going to be where we are going to plant our carrots, our beets, and our snap peas. And that's because these holes are all 6 inches apart, which gives us 6 inches apart on going down the rows, and each row itself is a couple feet apart. So we're gonna do that and put these down here. We haven't grown beets before, and we've grown carrots a little bit more casually than we have getting really serious about it. We've got to clear this out and make this all like fresh and new again. So I'm debating the best way of doing that. I'm thinking about just lifting up the tarp and taking out the staples and getting under there, because I do kind of want to till it up a little bit just with like a spade fork, and put down a little bit of good organic soil on here. But we're going to see what we can do, get rid of this mess, and get some good fall crops planted. That sun is finally coming up, and that's really nice. It's getting a little bit brighter out here. We're making really good progress. This was way worse a few minutes ago, but these watermelon plants are in the way. We're gonna check and see. Take a look at this watermelon and see what it looks like. Okay, so you guys might know this, but this is a good training moment. How do you know when a watermelon is ripe? Well, this is an ocelot watermelon. This is a very small seedless watermelon. Let me see if I can show you. See the difference between my hand and the watermelon? It's not huge. So these don't get a real, what they call like a field mark, where they get yellow on the bottom when they're ripe. But the given sign for ripe watermelon is this closest tendril. This is where they hook on if they're vine, is brown. And it's finally brown all the way down. There's the tiniest bit of green, but honestly, I need to get these watermelon out. So since we need to get the watermelon out, it's just gonna have to go, and I'm just gonna pull them out just to make my life a little bit easier. So thankfully we were able to find a battery pack, so I'm going to take you along for the rest of this. I want to split up this little patch to be beets, carrots, and snap peas. We're going to run a trellis down one of these rows and grow our peas up the trellis so we can grow tons of peas. And then we're also going to do large blocks of carrots and beets together. So let's go check that out. Okay guys, so I want to explain to you something cool about carrots. So we're going to plant some carrots today. The thing about carrots is that they don't need sun to germinate, but for the first 2 weeks before they germinate, they need pretty much constant moisture. So what I'm going to do, because they don't need sun, even though this is actually not super thick, I'm going to lay some plastic down over top of the holes where I plant my carrots, which will contain the moisture and keep that ground having moisture in it, and so it doesn't evaporate so quickly, and help these carrot seeds stay moist. So that's what I'm going to do, and in a few weeks when they start to pop up, I'm going to take this thing off so they can get their sun and keep growing and they don't die under there. But this is a great way to help keep moisture on something that needs that constant moisture, like carrots, to germinate. So let's go do it. Also, it might be a little bit late for carrots. We're doing it anyways, we don't care. We are going to try 2 different types of carrots. This one carrot is from Baker Creek. It is supposed to be really good in clay soil, and that's what we have. This other one is supposed to be ginormous. I doubt it'll get this big because it's not in a raised bed with better soil, but it's still gonna be fun to grow and give it a shot. So we were kind of joking. The theory is if it's supposed to be 2 feet long and it doesn't do well, does that mean we'll get still like a 8-inch carrot? That's our armchair gardening theories there. But anyways, let's go plant these in the ground. Okay, so this has been a long time coming project. I had already planted carrots a while ago, but because I didn't do this tarp method, they didn't germinate in this drier ground. It was just hard. It was really hot in summer. So I'm going to try this, and hopefully this will help. The ground is really wet this morning, as you can tell by my mud. And so hopefully this will work, and hopefully this will help them germinate, and we'll see what we get. You know, a lot of gardening, especially when you're trying new things that you haven't done before, is experimentation. And sometimes people are scared to get started and they feel intimidated. In fact, I actually hear this a lot, that people don't want to start gardening because they're scared of failing, or they're scared of they're intimidated by it. But you know what? The Lord is merciful, and He blesses a lot of what we do in our work, And it's just always worth a shot, and if you fail, then you learn something for next year, and you're always just gaining knowledge. It's hard, it can be discouraging, but you give it a shot, and it helps you remember what you have to do next time to be more successful. So anyways, just a little bit of encouragement. If you want to garden and you're nervous to garden, or you're nervous to fail, just give it a shot, and if it doesn't work, laugh it off, learn from it, and just move on. I wish I could take a broom or just leaf blow this whole thing. It's so dirty, but maybe another day when it's all dried up. Just so I can see where the holes are, get this grass blown off. But anyways, it's fine. It's a garden. It's like supposed to be dirty, but you know, it's just nice to be able to have a kind of a clean slate. When you first put this down, it's so gorgeous and clean that you're like, wow. And then, you know, like dirt. Anyways, we're going to plant our beets. Our beets are from Johnny Seeds. They're a Red Ace, one organic Red Ace hybrid of a beet, and we're going to try growing those. This will be our first time growing beets. I've only ever had pickled beets a few times. I never even thought about eating a beet until I started dating my husband, and his family likes pickled beets, so I had tried them there. So we're going to try them. I've heard they're awesome. You can, for roasting, pickled, all those types of things, and we're going to give them a shot and see what we get. Fun fact about beets, actually, before we plant, just want to tell you, fun fact is that beets, the whole thing is edible. So if these don't grow big enough to get the root out of them and actually get the beet root, we'll still be able to get the leafy greens, which is still something to eat, and that's always good. So let's give it a shot. so happy that we were able to get these carrots and these beets into the ground. That's been awesome. So the last thing we're going to plant for today is my favorite, our snap peas. These are also from Johnny Seeds. These are just a sugar snap pea, an organic one. And we're gonna plant them in the ground. It will take a little bit to germinate. So one important thing that we're going to do, we're gonna trellis these. And we have some of these nylon trellises in the background you can see that we use for tomatoes, cucumbers. And we're gonna take them and we're gonna use that for these snap peas. These can get pretty tall and go pretty high up. So we're gonna get a trellis system for them and get them supported. And we're gonna plant a whole row of those, which is pretty exciting. So hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of sugar snap peas. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna do here for a sugar snap pea in case you've never grown them. They're easy. When I say direct sow, and in my video about the easiest plants to grow, I talk about direct sowing. That's a pea seed. It's hard to see because of the bright light in my dirty hands, but that's what a pea seed looks like. It is just a shriveled up, dried up pea. So seriously, this is why these are so easy. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dig a little hole, 1/2 inch to 1 inch down, put it in the hole, cover it over. And seriously, that'll grow, that'll germinate, it'll grow up tall and give us tons of peas, and that's so easy, so simple, so awesome. Well guys, we got those peas planted. I'm so excited. We've got over 40 plants now in the ground, and we're gonna do more in buckets at our house. And we're gonna show you how to do that. So stay tuned for a great video on how to grow peas in a bucket. But anyways, that is what we're doing today for our fall garden. We're gonna see if it happens. We have some more to plant, some broccoli starts that we have. But for today, that's what we got. And we're really happy that we got all this done. The plastic is down for the carrots. That'll hopefully keep them moist. We'll see how the beets do and the peas. So really excited to see what happens. We'll keep you updated on the successes, on the failures, and hopefully that'll help you do better in your garden by us telling you what we've done, what we've tried, what we've had success with, what hasn't worked for us, and just be real with you so you can be helped and kind of learn from our failures so you don't have to fail yourself. So anyways, guys, so happy. There's more work to be done in the garden. There's always work to be done in the garden. Got to harvest a lot of these tomatoes before they get taken out for the season. And go home and make some salsa. So stay tuned maybe for a video on how to do that as well. Anyways, we hope you have enjoyed this video. If it has been helpful to you, if you just enjoyed watching it, enjoyed somebody else playing in the mud for an early Tennessee morning, just like the video, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel. It's the best way you can help us and support us in what we are doing, creating this content for you. So anyways, guys, until next time, we'll see you soon.